Okay, I'm here today. My name is Paul Julian, and I work with the Veterans Memorial Center in the Veterans History Project. I'm going to interview Frank Ballantoni, and assisting me will be Alex Plonsky. And we're here at Frank's home, and we're just delighted that we can do this interview of a hero. And today is June 22nd, 2021, and it's about 11:50 in the morning. So, Frank, where were you born?
Worcester, New York.
Okay. And who your parents? What did they have? Did both of them work?
No, my mother never worked. My father had his own business, a tailor.
As a tailor. Your dad was a tailor. Okay. And how about, did you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes.
And did any of them serve in the military?
Yeah, my brother Charlie was in the Army.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother Chubby Vincent Jr. And he was in Texas.
In Texas?
Driving the truck for them back and forth.
Okay. Army. Okay. What were your parents' feelings about you joining the service?
They left, they said whatever I wanted to do, they wanted not to, break it, what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I said I wanted to join the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
And my father didn't like it at first.
Didn't like it?
Then he agreed it.
Uh-huh. And how about your siblings? What did they think about you joining?
They liked it.
They liked it?
Yeah, me and Charlie went in first. Well, Charlie did actually, and then me. And then Chubby got drafted.
Chubby got drafted.
Yeah.
Was Chubby hesitant to go in? Was Chubby hesitant to go in? Was there any hesitant?
He went in. He wasn't going to say anything about not going in.
Okay. You mentioned that you chose the Navy. Any particular reason why?
I like water.
You like water? Okay. My same sentiments. I was retired Navy as well. And did you? What grade, Frank, did you go through?
What grade?
Yeah. What grade did you finish? Did you finish high school? No, you didn't. You didn't finish.
I finished high school. I was 17 and a half years old.
Well,
January 9th in 1944.
You got a smart individual here. And did so you finished high school? Did you hold any jobs before you went into service?
No.
No. Okay. And you enlisted, and let's get to this. Why did you join? Why?
Because I always said I was going to join the Navy.
Yeah. Was it a feeling? Anything? I mean, why? What drove you to go ahead and put yourself at risk? I mean,
I just wanted to be in the Navy.
Okay. And do you have any feelings like you really wanted to fight for the? Did you really want to
fight for our country?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Did you leave behind a girlfriend or anything like that?
I had a girlfriend. Well, it was a friend at that time. Then she became a girlfriend.
Okay.
And then we got married.
And you got married after you went in?
After my father-in-law says to me, you ain't join her until you get out of service. You ain't marrying her.
Okay.
That's what he told me.
Did you, and how did you say your initial point of entry, where was your initial point of entry for the service? Where would you?
I went to Quonset Point, Rhode Island.
Okay.
That's where the gunneries were. And from there I went on the ship.
On the ship. And the boot camp, where was the boot camp work?
Sampson, New York.
Sampson, New York. Now you said Quonset, Rhode Island.
Yes.
I went to, was that close to Newport?
It was on the island.
On the island.
Yeah.
So not far from Newport.
No.
Yeah, I went to Signalman A School there at Newport. And then as far as, did they train you?
Just a little, because they wanted to get us all on ship. So from there, they drove us down by a train to the railroad station in New York, and that took us to where we had to go.
Did you? Did
Boston.
Oh, so it was
Not
around.
Boston. I'm sorry, Philadelphia.
And then that's where you got the training, huh?
Yes.
And was it a long training, Frank?
Not really.
Yeah. Mine was 5 weeks. Was it that long?
No.
No. Maybe couple weeks, two.
About 4 weeks.
About 4 weeks. Yeah. And do you have any kind of memory while you were being trained? It was quick. I mean.
It was quick. I mean, they took over a girls' college, like I said, and
really took over girls' college for a training center there.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Yeah.
Quonset Point, not Quonset Point. Oh God.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
No, take your time. You got plenty of time.
Yeah, we went there.
And did they seem to have it together? I mean, they seem to be organized and.
Because that was after I got hurt.
Yeah.
They took over girls, like I said, at college, and we slept there.
Yeah.
And kept going back and forth.
Did you have a lot of instructors?
Few.
A few. Did any of them really stand out?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. And then let's talk about your first assignment. You know, where did you, when you got your training, after you got your training, where were you first assigned?
When I left, what do you call it?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
You got orders?
We got orders. We went aboard Rhode Island to learn the gunnery.
So you had some OJT?
Yeah.
On the job training, yeah. And was that a long time?
No, it wasn't too long.
Yeah.
Maybe 9 weeks.
9 weeks, and they didn't have 12-inch guns. Like, there's only, like you said, 2 ships that you know of that had 12-inch guns. So,
Right.
you know, you're dealing with the armament was a lot less than what you had to deal with, right?
Right, but
Yeah.
they had 2-inch guns and
Two.
they had 6-inch guns.
6-inch, yeah. Principle the same? You had to learn a lot when you went on the Guam. Did you?
Not really, because the guy that took care of us,
Mm-hmm.
he taught us everything.
Uh-huh.
He was a gunner,
Uh-huh.
and he taught us everything of what to do and all that,
Okay.
and it was good.
Okay, did that. So there was no promotions at that point, right?
No,
Okay.
I remained third degree, second degree.
So Seaman Apprentice.
Yeah.
What was and then now let's go back just in general, Frank. Was it hard adapting to the military lifestyle?
No,
No, not for you.
they broke it good enough in Sampson.
Yeah. Do you, it seems like maybe you were compatible with that, the way the regimentation and all that? You're compatible with it?
Yes.
Okay. A lot of people have a difficulty with being told what to do and to do it right away, and they have a problem like yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no. They have, you know, a lot of. You didn't have any problem with that.
Never did.
Okay. Okay. Now let's. You were. Was it the ship you were on where you got in training? You got that on-the-job training. What was the name of it?
What, the Guam?
No, before that, the ship that you got trained on how to work the ammunition? Remember, it said it took about 9 weeks after boot camp.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure the name of it. It was a carrier.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with airplanes, but
So,
just guns.
so where did you go from after you left? After you got trained on loading ammunition, where did you go from there? Did you go to the after you got trained on doing ammunition for
They
9
sent
weeks?
me on to Guam.
The Guam, and where did you pick the Guam up at?
Philadelphia Navy Yard.
Philadelphia. Okay. So you had quite a journey there to get over there to
We had
Pacific.
a special train going there.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, did you go through the Suez? Or not the Suez? Did you go through the Panama Canal?
No.
No. So how did you how did the Guam get over to the Pacific?
Well, I guess it went to Long Island. Towards Long Island.
Okay. And then did well, let's come back to that. So how long were you on the Guam before you got were you on the Guam long?
Oh, we took it down on
Shakedown cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, when we went back, one of the cannons got shot by a gun.
Uh-huh.
And did some damage to the gun and to the Army.
You had to repair it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so basically you were on the Guam before or after, right? You were after it was over in the Pacific, right?
Right.
Okay. So did you have like did you make a lot of friends?
You know, in your division, you keep up with your friends.
Yeah. Did you ever do you have that one friend that gave you the cruise book? Did you stay communicating with him all this time?
Well, lately, no, I don't know where he's at now.
Yeah.
But yes, we did stay with each other.
Yeah.
He was in New York and I was here.
Yeah. Okay.
When I lived in New York, in the little town,
Uh-huh.
he came down there to see me
Uh-huh.
in the city.
That's nice. That's nice. So you stayed in touch with him probably most of your life, huh?
Well, as long as I, before I moved, yeah.
Yeah, before you moved? Okay. And then when you were off duty, what did you, when you were on active duty but off duty, did you have like any kind of recreation, or what did you do when you were on liberty? What did you do when you were on liberty? Anything?
Not much. Go and have a drink once in a while.
That's it? Yeah. Okay. And would they actually have shows?
No.
No.
Never.
They wouldn't bring shows to the ship. Okay.
No.
Do you recall any particular humorous or unusual events?
Not really.
No.
Because they just wanted to get out to the Pacific.
Yeah. And did you make it out there?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. Did you ever have anything that you carried that for good luck?
No, I did my dog tags.
Dog tags? Okay. And finally, what was the best part, is there, as far as being on active duty, what was the best part?
I liked being on the ship.
Like being on the ship?
Yes, I did.
You didn't, Frank, you didn't have a problem living close quarters? You didn't have a problem not having privacy? No?
We were all friendly.
Yeah. 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 Most everybody got along with each other, right? Most
Right.
everybody, yeah. Do you recall the day? Well, let me go back. Now, were you when you injured your hand, were you in training? What were you doing when you injured your hand? Why were you even
Loading ammunition.
Well, what was the purpose? Was it training?
No.
No.
Loading ammunition for the gun, for the boat, the ship. We're gonna.
Yeah.
Anyhow, that's when I got it caught.
Yeah. And were you like practicing or no?
No, we were loading it.
In other words, you were in battle.
We were getting ready to go out to the Pacific. Yeah.
Oh, okay. 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 All right. And you say that it was so it was like a misfire, or
Yeah.
yeah. And you were pretty much thought you had somebody to back you up, but when it came, you didn't have anybody.
Well, it was frozen to the cable I was holding.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't take my hand loose.
No.
And he got caught in the cable.
Yeah. And so, did in sick bay, none of the corpsmen were there to help you, huh?
No, there was a Marine. Had got a lot every time. I'm the one that got hurt, and he one that passed out.
So he was no help.
He was no help.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I had to grab my wrist and.
You had to take care of yourself.
Right.
Nobody.
I had to grab my wrist and go. I told him. He was out. I couldn't get him. I got the other guard that was out there.
Yeah.
I said, "Get me an ambulance. Take me to the hospital." And he did.
Immediately, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they, except for your thumb, I mean, the point is you still be able to use your hand?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
some and part of this just fingers going through.
Yeah. So when you got to once you got to the hospital, they took care of you. I mean, pretty good, huh?
Yeah, they took very good care of me.
Okay.
But then when the captain came in, he says, "No,
No.
send him home."
Really? Okay. All right. And as I'm sitting here, did that disappoint you?
Yes, in a way it did. I wanted to go in the Navy, and I couldn't.
Mm-hmm. You wanted to do what sailors do, huh? Especially that time of at that time, huh?
Right.
Yeah. Then so then did you go home right away? Did you?
Well, no, I spent I think it was about 9 months in girls' college. That was my sleeper bed.
The medical facility.
Yeah.
And you spent 9 months there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one guy says to send me back on a ship, and the one that's in there, and he says, "No, send him home."
Okay. After 9
They
months. Yeah. Now the individual that gave you that, sent you that cruise book,
Yeah.
he went.
Yeah, he went. He was
Okay,
aboard
he
ship.
went. Okay.
Yeah.
There, I got the connection. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was great that he, and that was one of your buddies, huh?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, how what was his story? Did he must have saw some action, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And then I lost voice with him,
Yeah.
once I got out of the service.
Yeah. What did he do? Do you remember, Frank?
He was the same as me, good as me.
Okay. So that's how you got to know him. Okay.
Yeah.
When you returned home, how were you received by your family?
They were sorry that they took me back because they knew I wanted to go in the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we already had one brother in there. Then they took the other brother.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Did your brothers come out okay, or oh, they didn't?
yeah, the other two did. They were fine.
And may I ask, did they see action
Charlie did. He was in Alaska. He was a mechanic.
in Alaska?
Yeah.
And then, Frank, when you got back, and I know you probably had some rehab on the hand. Did you? Was it hard to readjust to civilian life?
In a way, yes. In a way, no. But
No. Did you work or go to school?
No, I worked.
What did you do?
Well, I first went there to get a job and had something open cables. So I went there to get a job and I got a job.
Okay. Would you say that that experience you had, Charlie, did it change you in any way? That experience you had with the service, did it change you in any way?
Not really.
Not really.
No.
I know you continued. You said you continued a friendship with that fellow that was so nice enough to send you the cruise book. And you stayed in touch with him for a while, right? Until you moved down here.
Right.
Okay. Did in the service, you know, in the short time you're in, and I was only in 2 years active, but did it affect the way that you related to others? Did it affect the way that you interacted with other people, or no? Did it change the way that you?
One guy got me upset.
Yeah.
I was sitting at a bar.
Yeah.
He was talking about, oh, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I went like this. Is that nothing too?
Yeah. 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 You shut up.
He shut up and ran out the door.
Yeah. 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 If he was even in the service.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are the ones that talk the most. Frank, did you join any veteran organization?
No, just the Knights of Columbus.
Knights of Columbus, yeah, yeah. I'm Catholic. I'm thinking about doing that myself. Did you attend any reunions?
No, I didn't.
No.
Except in the state of Florida. Had something going to Washington.
Oh, so did you do that flight? How was that?
Good.
It was good.
I enjoyed it.
It's a long day, right? It's a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go with him?
No, my mom couldn't go either, just him.
Just me.
But you
They gave me a nurse, a woman from the camp here.
So, do you think that we have about maybe 10 questions at the very most. Did you think the military service experience affected your life? I mean, how did the military service affect your life? Did it?
It did in a way, but it was fine.
Yeah. But in the way it affected it, I mean, besides getting an injured hand, I mean, is there any other, did it affect it in any positive way?
No.
No? Just okay. Okay. Did your service impact your feelings about the war?
No.
No? How about the military in general?
I think they did a good job.
Think they did a good job?
Yeah.
And this is going to be kind of like what message would you like to leave for future generations who will view or hear this interview? Any kind of life lessons or any kind of wisdom that you'd like to impart? You know, what for the younger people that are going to go in or about to go in, is there any kind of message you'd like to give to them?
No, not really. They leave it up to themselves.
Yeah. Would you say that they should? Would you say that service is an option for them? It's a viable option, or would you say not to go into service?
No, it's up to them.
Up to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they want to go into service, they should.
Okay. Okay. We're last few questions. Is there anything that you always wanted to share about your service or veteran experience that you never have? Anything that you want to?
Not really.
No. And then what would you like people to know or remember from your story? Anything? I mean, what if they look at Frank and Ballantoni and based on the service that you gave, and you did give service. All right, Frank, and then any kind of the message that you would like to have for future generations as far as whether they go into service or not is, it's,
To me, but I think everybody should go.
think everybody should go?
Get somebody, get some, something done, you know, the government wants out.
Yeah,
In service or service or anything.
some kind of service.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what they should have, because it's their country, so they should understand it.
And understand that it takes work. It takes that you have to, you know, sacrifice. It takes sacrifice, yeah. Now we'll go back to this. Is there anything you wanted to share about your service or veteran experience that you never have?
I wish I went through it all. I liked it. Even though I got hurt, I still liked it.
Still liked it.
He taught me everything about firing a gun, all that, where to fire, whatever.
What do you wish more people knew about veterans? Do you, you know, I'm thinking, you know, when you think back after World War II and Korea, we get into those smaller, well, then we get into Vietnam and then the smaller wars. Anything that you want, what you think more people knew about veterans? Is there anything that you'd want them to know? Anything?
No, I don't think so. I think they know everything they want to know.
Yeah, okay, okay. And finally, is there anything else that you wanted to cover in this interview? You know, anything else that?
No, nothing I want to cover.
Okay, I thank you very much, Frank. Thank you, sir.